Hello everyone, once again welcome to this session on semiconductors. Moving forward, let us discuss about the type of extrinsic semiconductors. There are two types of extrinsic semiconductors, N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. Adding impurities to a pure semiconductor enhances the conductivity of a semiconductor. As the concentration of impurity atom increases, the conductivity also enhances. So, one type of extrinsic semiconductor is N-type semiconductor. In a N-type semiconductor, mainly the charge carriers are electrons. Majority charge carriers are electrons and minority charge carriers are holes. When a pure semiconductor like silicon or germanium is doped by pentavalent impurity, then 4 electrons out of 5 valence electrons bonds with the 4 electrons of germanium or silicon. N-type semiconductor is obtained by adding pentavalent impurity. So, pentavalent impurity atoms consist of 5 valence electrons in their outermost orbit. So, in this animation, we may observe that when a pentavalent impurity is added, so here we can observe that a pentavalent impurity atom has replaced the silicon atom, and here as we can observe, all the 4 electrons have properly bonded with the other 4 electrons of silicon, while an electron which is extra, because it is a pentavalent impurity atom and it has 5 valence electron. So, the 5th electron, as we can see, is contributing to the conductivity. As the 5th free electron is moving, it collides with the other electrons, and due to the collision, the covalent bond is broken. And once the covalent bond is broken, the other silicon atoms are set free and they also start moving throughout the silicon element. So, here we can see that holes are created, but the majority of charge carriers are electrons. Since it is a pentavalent impurity, it consists of 5 valence electron. So, that valence electron is colliding with the other silicon atoms and the other electrons are going to set free. So, here the majority charge carriers are electrons and minority charge carriers are holes. As we have observed, the 5th electron of the dopant is set free. Thus, the impurity atom donates a free electron for conduction in the lattice and it is called as the donor atom. Since the number of free electron increases by the addition of an impurity, the negative charge carriers increases. Hence, it is called N-type semiconductor. As we have observed, as conduction is due to the large number of free electrons, the electrons in the N-type semiconductor are the majority carriers and holes are the minority carriers. Holes are the vacant spaces and these holes are assigned the positive charge. Let us move forward to P-type semiconductors. In P-type semiconductor, the majority charge carriers are holes and minority charge carriers are the electrons. When a pure semiconductor such as germanium or silicon is doped with trivalent impurity, then 3 valence electrons of the impurity bonds with the 3 of 4 valence electrons of the semiconductor. Here we can see that the trivalent impurity has 3 valence electron in its outermost orbit. These 3 electrons are bonded with the other 3 electrons of the silicon, while one vacant space is left. So, here in this animation, we can see that when silicon is doped with trivalent impurities like boron, we can observe that 3 electrons of boron are properly bonded with the other 3 silicon atoms, while one of the space is left empty. And to fill this space, which is called as a hole, the other electron from the neighboring silicon atom gets attracted towards it. And meanwhile, to fill the original position of the silicon vacancy, once again the neighboring electrons are attracted to fill the holes. So, in this process, lot of electrons are moving from one place to another place to fill the vacant spaces. So, in this process, the conductivity of silicon is going to enhance. But the conductivity enhances mainly due to the holes which are the positive charge carriers. As we have observed, this leaves an absence of electron in the impurity. These impurity atoms which are ready to accept the bonded electrons are called acceptors. In N-type semiconductors, the impurity atom is donating an extra electron, while in P-type semiconductor, the impurity atom is accepting the neighboring electron. Hence, the impurity, such type of impurity is called an acceptor atom. With the increase in the number of impurities, that is holes, which are the positive charge carriers, are increased, hence it is called a P-type semiconductor. As conduction is due to number of holes, large number of holes, the holes in the P-type semiconductor are majority carriers and electrons are the minority carriers. In this diagram, we will observe that when a pure semiconductor like silicon is taken and impurities are added, so we can observe that when a pentavalent impurity is added, so it results in large number of electrons. When a trivalent impurity is added, it results in large number of vacant spaces which are known as holes. Okay. So, there is a little homework. So, you can think about the differences between intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor, and we will come back with the differences between intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors in the next session. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.